everyone, I'm Denise.
And I'm Georgie.
And we're also known as the Happy Vegan Couple. What we're going to make for you today is something we have in our house at all times. We call it cashew cheese spread. We use it for several things, and I want to show you how easy it is to make and how we use it. So the first thing we're going to do is show you how to make it. And it's just so easy. It's just raw cashews with a couple other ingredients. And Georgie's got this nifty, let's just move this out of the way a little bit. Lemon cutter, electric lemon cutter. We're going to show you. All right, juice. So let me get the other view up. We're going to show you how to make cashew cheese spread. Okay. All right. Actually, this garbage can.
Or I'll tell you the ingredients first. We have red miso here. You can use the yellow if you like. We prefer the red because it's got a stronger flavor. And we have raw cashew pieces here, apple cider vinegar, and lemon. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and cut the lemon in half, and I'll show you. I bought this at a thrift store. It's a nice little electric one for juicing the lemon. Look at that, all gone.
How easy is that?
Okay, I need 4 tablespoons of lemon juice first. You might as well make sure I don't want to do too much. So.
And we're making this in our Vitamix blender, which one of the advantages is this powerful type of blender will really make a very smooth cashew cheese, which we like. And also I just want to mention, with the cashews, we buy the pieces, they're always cheaper than like buying whole ones. There's no reason to buy whole cashews because it's broken up, but you have to have raw.
Okay, I only use half of a lemon. That's pretty good. So that was a really juicy lemon. I got 4 tablespoons out of it. Going to use 4 tablespoons of our apple cider vinegar. Okay. What happened? There it goes. It's a brand new bottle. There we go. 4 tablespoons of that.
Now we make like a nice batch of this, and it probably lasts in our refrigerator more than a week.
Oh yeah, a week to 10 days.
Yeah, so that's how long it lasts for us.
Then I got my 2 cups of raw cashews, not soaked, just the way they are.
We don't need to soak them because we have a Vitamix.
Right.
But if you were making it in a regular blender, then you would soak it because your blender isn't as powered.
And then I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of red miso. I use the back side because it's a lot easier to get it off. And I just kind of estimate, okay, that's about a tablespoon there. And 1 more.
This really takes just about 5 minutes to make. And then you have this yummy, condiment in your refrigerator.
Yeah, you can see like I got almost all of that off of there. So that's easier than trying to scoop it out of there, especially with thick stuff like that. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of water with the lid on.
And then I'm going to come closer and show you what it's like. Now, we're not going to hear it. The Zoom takes the audio off when we have the blender on, but at least you can kind of see it.
So I'm going to turn it on. And then we're going to get it on high mode.
We blend the cashews for about a minute in our Vitamix blender. We keep going until we can tell it's real smooth.
Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah, already.
So is that blended enough, Georgie?
Yes, it is.
So tell them how to
Nice.
know when it's done, the
Nice.
blending is done. What do they need to know?
Nice, smooth and creamy. Not too thick, because it does thicken up in the refrigerator.
All right, so do you want to throw it in our bowl here?
No, what I'm gonna do first is put it on the toast.
Okay, so what we want to show you first is when Georgie makes sandwiches for us, a lot of times he likes to put a little bit of cashew cheese on our bread. And this is Dave's Killer bread. We'll show you the bread in a moment. I can't reach it.
Just gonna.
And he puts it upside down in the frying pan,
Right.
or if you have a griddle.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave that brown for a little bit. And instead of using butter or mayonnaise or anything, this is what you're gonna use to grill your bread. Just make it nice and brown.
So we're just gonna put it here on the stove. And we have it
about a medium high.
medium high.
Yeah, so I can keep an eye on it.
And then we're just gonna bring it back to here.
And I'm gonna go ahead and pour this in.
And look at that. It's just beautiful and it's so delicious. All right, I'm gonna go back to the wide shot now. All right, okay, good. Let's put the camera down here. So we already showed you one way we like to use the cashew cheese. When Georgie showed you what that bread looks like, it's actually pretty, besides, you know, adding some yummy flavor to the bread. And Dave's Killer bread is what we use. There's actually a healthier bread that I would recommend, but Georgie doesn't like it. It's Ezekiel brand, sprouted grains. This is not quite as healthy as that one. There's a little sugar in here, a little oil in it, but there is 100% whole grains. We don't eat white flour at all. You know, we just eat our whole grains because we want our complex carbs with all the fiber and all the nutrition in it. We don't want it lost with processing. So one of the ways that I love using this will add yumminess to anything you might have that you want a little fat in it. And the reason why we like to use this, you know, more than an oil that a lot of people think of as fat is, you know, oil is just pure fat. And at least this dish made out of the cashews with the miso, you're getting lots of nutrients, right? You're getting healthy fat from the cashews. That's a healthy fat for us, you know. Polyunsaturated or monounsaturated is, you know, the ones that are better for us. Then we don't want to eat saturated fat in any high quantities. It's also got the fiber in here. It's got the other nutrients that the nut provides for us. And then we're using the miso, which is a fermentation product, right? So that's good for our microbiome to have fermentation in there, just like eating sauerkraut or yogurt, you know, gives us fermentation. So, you know, there's good stuff in here that why we want to eat this more than like just an oil. And so one of the ways I use it is like I eat beans and greens a lot. And so every morning I have a bowl of beans and greens, and I typically go between pinto beans, black beans, cannellini beans. And this morning I've got some black beans with some red onions, and then I throw in greens. This is arugula from my garden. I also could put in some collards, some kale, because greens are just so health promoting. And so then I'll just take a little bit of my cashew cheese, and you don't, now this is loose right now because it's not in the refrigerator.
Right.
But once in the fridge, it's thicker. And I'll just take a little bit and I'll put it in my bowl. And really a little bit goes a long way, because remember, nuts are calorie dense, right? So we don't want to like be throwing in a quarter cup of this. That would be so many calories, right?
Even though it tastes so good that you'd want to do that.
Yeah. And then I'm going to just go microwave this now because to heat it up. So I'm just going to put it in my microwave for 30 seconds. Then I'll show you, you know, how that looks. And I just love eating that. So same idea, like you could do that with vegetables. So let's say you had cooked up some cruciferous vegetables for a dish, but you had leftover, like maybe some broccoli, cauliflower. You know, you could put that in a bowl with just a little bit of this, you know, and again, warm that up, and it's yummy because this makes anything. You could put a little of this on a baked potato, like, you know, instead of using sour cream, like, you know, you might have in the past, or butter, just put a little bit of cashew cheese on your potato and it'll give you amazing flavor. Do you want to check your bread, honey? See how it's going?
I think it's fine.
Okay. So this is what it looks like. Let me get even closer to the camera here. So this is what it looks like, you know, now warmed up. And it's just really delicious to eat this way.
Okay.
You want to show your bread?
Well,
Yeah, so we don't have to
just-
go to close.
I already just turned it over. Now you can see it's how nice and brown it looks. I turned it over to the side that was not facing the frying pan to get that toasty, and it'll be done.
Right,
in a
so
second.
besides, you know, using this for like anything else you want to add yumminess to, what I use this for all the time is a salad dressing. So what I did, I just made a green salad right now. I didn't put all the other veggies in that I normally would, and I usually top it with beans as well, or hemp seeds. But right now I have in here romaine lettuce, some kale, and some collard greens, right? Because I always want to have a diversity of my greens. So I have 3 greens in here. You know, I could have put some arugula in too, but I used it all for the beans. So what we do now is we take a little of this, we put it in a mug, and we put a little water in it, and then it becomes like a really creamy salad dressing. So you want to show just how to do that, Georgie?
Yeah.
So we're
Wanna
just going
give
to
me
put
some
it in
water?
there.
You can give me a little bit of water,
Okay.
please. I'm gonna put about 3 tablespoons in here. Actually, 2 tablespoons because it's a small salad. Then I'm just gonna add a little bit of water to thin it out a little bit. Like I said, when it sits in the refrigerator, it thickens up quite a bit. And then we're just gonna take and pour this over. You can see how runny it is.
And again, you can make it, you know, as thick as you want or a little thinner as you want, depending on how much water. And then just show you what before we mix it up. So there we go. We have a beautiful, you know, delicious salad dressing. And again, you know, this is just so much more health promoting than using oil. You know, Dr. Joel Fuhrman really likes to talk about this, you know, why using nuts, you know, as a fat source, you know, is just so much more healthier than oil because of all the nutrients, you know. And so then I have this beautiful salad to eat, you know, with the cashew cheese dressing, and it's just like, just so delicious.
And here's my bread. That's the side with the cashew cheese on it. And there's the toasted side.
Just think of that. You have a black bean burger in there.
Right.
You make a tempeh Reuben in here, and you serve it, and it looks just so delightful, like to have that on the outside, you know? So we hope you enjoyed, you know, watching how we make cashew cheese spread, how some of the ways we use it. I'm sure you can come up with more ways yourself, but it's a wonderful thing to have in your refrigerator at all times to add, you know, healthy fat to some of your dishes. And, you know, lots of yumminess.
You can use this to put on a flour tortilla for your burrito. It's unlimited what you can do with this. And you use it just like a mayonnaise, except it's healthy. So.
Right. All right, everybody. Well, until next time, I'm Denise.
I'm Georgie.
We're the Happy Vegan Couple. We just want to help you optimize your health with whole food, plant-based eating. That's our goal. That's our mission. We hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.